Hello and welcome to Get There Online Booking Tool tutorial. In this tutorial, you will get to know about all of these items. So let's begin. Here we go. Now we are in the login page. So the login page is highly customizable and configurable. So you can see the please login section and the username label and the password label. All of these can be changed as per your requirement. At the bottom of the login button, you can put any of the messages you want to. Now I'll put my login credential over here and the password. And once I hit login, the system will take me to the home page. So as you can see, please wait while we take you to the Australia demo site. That's a configurable message, customizable message, so you can put your own messages there. So now we are in the home page. So at the beginning of the home page, I'll talk through about the first topic, that is the collaboration tab, which is showing at the top of the page. So you can see I have added 3 different hyperlinks over here. So within collaboration tab, we can add maximum to 6 different collaboration tab, and once user click on any of these collaboration tab, that will open in a separate window without harming the Get There environment. The left hand side, I have added 2 logos over here. One is the primary logo and another one is secondary logo. So if required, you can utilize both of the logos or any one logo as per your requirement. Right hand side, we have a drop down for languages. So Get There is a multilingual online booking tool and it's enabled with 16 different languages. So if you want, you can enable only one specific language or multiple languages. So user will have the option to toggle between the default language or any other language they wish to. Next is the help button. If the user want to know anything about any of the pages, so they can have a look at the help pages. The admin section only being seen by the site administrator only, but if the login is for Travel Arranger or Traveler, the admin section will be taken out. Of course, the logout will make the user log out. Here the user can find their name. So being a traveler, the traveler can find their name in this section and they can identify on which site they have logged in. Now I'll take you through with the Travel Arranger setting and the Travel Arranger information. So Travel Arranger is the person who makes a booking on behalf of their travelers. So just an example, like in a bigger organization, like the higher management people doesn't have time to go ahead and make a booking, so they give this authority to their PEs or PAs where they are making booking on behalf of them. However, there may be an instance that where a company wants to set a specific travel arranger to make a booking for the entire department. So the choice is completely on the customer side. The Travel Arranger configuration can be done in many ways, but one of the ways I'll show you over here when I'll take you through with the user profile. So let me explain a little bit more about Travel Arranger section. So there is no limit that how many travelers can assign to a Travel Arranger or how many Travel Arranger can assign to a traveler. So there is no limit. But if the number of travelers are more than 50, then in this particular section, rather showing the list of travelers, the Travel Arranger can find the search box last name and the first name, where the Travel Arranger can easily find their traveler by putting their first and the last name. If the number of travelers are less than 50, then definitely the Travel Arranger will have a scroll bar over here in this section, can scroll up and scroll down to find their specific travel to make a booking. To make a booking for traveler, it's pretty easy. So first of all, Travel Arranger must have to check this box in front of the traveler name, and once the box is checked, the traveler information will appear on the right hand side panel. So to make a booking, the Travel Arranger must have to click on the traveler's name under frequent traveler section, and once they click on the name, the system will ask an acknowledgement, and once the Travel Arranger click on the OK button, the system will take the Travel Arranger to the traveler's page. So now we are in the traveler's page. So how to identify whether the Travel Arranger is on the traveler page? By reading this particular text. So arranging travel for Veronica Beer is the traveler. So once the booking is completed, the travel arranger can click on this arrow once again and click the name showing in front of the folder icon, and once click, accept the acknowledgement by hitting OK button, and the system will take the travel arranger back to travel arranger homepage. So how to identify? Once again, collapse this section and there is no further text is showing, which means the travel arranger is back to the travel arranger page. Under the right hand side panel, being a travel arranger can do further more actions. So under the trip list view, this section is kind of a dashboard for travel arranger, where the travel arranger can take a look all the activities of travelers, that how many travelers are traveling to which location, which date, what is their trip type, one-way round trip or multi-destination, their record locator, and the status of their itinerary, whether it's been ticketed or still pending. Next is trip calendar view. So under trip calendar view, again the travel arranger can take a look and find out all the information about the travelers' travel dates, that from which date to which date the travelers are traveling. But this section can show the information about travelers' trip only for next 2 weeks. So this is all about the travel arranger. So let me collapse this section. So for your information, the difference between the login page of Traveler and Travel Arranger, there is not much difference. That on the Travel Arranger can have the Travel Arranger section, but if the user has logged in as Traveler, then this Travel Arranger section will not appear for them. So only the page will going to appear starting from this blue ribbon. But of course the above section of logos and rest of the information at the top will remain same. So let me move on and talk through with other topics over here. So left hand side we have all the action items available. Book travel is the default selection. I'll talk through with manage trips and templates once I complete one booking. So now first of all I'll go ahead with the profile section and talk through with it. So I click on profile and all of these information is related to profile. So I'll start with the personal information. So for your information, there are many ways to update user profile: through HR feed, through direct data, through user upload, or allow the user to update their profile by themselves. So any of the option can be taken, and if you want to know more about these specific information, you can anytime go to Knowledge GTU and find out specific quick reference guide or student guide. So under personal information, first of all, this is the messaging section. So you can add any of the message you want, like always update your first, middle and last name as per your passport, like that. So first and last name and the email section are required fields, as it is showing with the asterisk or the star mark. Middle name is not mandatory. Scrolling down, the next set of information is related to company information, like job title, company, corporate code, employee number, division, department, and cost center. So if you wish, you can anytime change any of these labels to anything else and can be utilized in any way. Scrolling down, below are the address related information of company. So here the employee or the user must have to update the company address information in this section. So country, address, city, postal code, and work phone, these are the mandatory fields, must have to update, but home and the fax phone information are not mandatory. Below are the gender specific information. These need to be updated by the user. So as per their charge, they can update all of these information. The redress number is only required for the US citizens. So if the user is from US, then definitely they have to put their TSA related information. Next is expiration date reminder. So defaultly expiration date reminders, always switch it on, and it will automatically identify the travel related document of travelers like passport, visas, and user cards are getting expired. Then it will let know the user in the home page with a caution message that these informations are getting expired. Please go ahead and change those. Scrolling down, just below of the expiration date reminder, this particular section is utilized for custom field section. So if your customer or your client is asking to capture other information than the default information updated, then this section can be utilized, and this section can be updated through site administration under custom field editor. So through custom field editor you can add as many as information you want to. You can create CFEs in many ways, like as a drop down, as a multi-select, as a radio button, or checkboxes, or free flow text boxes, or you can create restricted information as well, that until and unless user will update those information, no one can complete their profile. Scrolling down, the emergency contact information is optional, but we always recommend to update that. And next is AirConnect phone number section. So AirConnect is equivalent to low cost carrier. So if the site is enabled with low cost carrier, then we recommend that the user must have to update their mobile phone information in this section. So first the user have to put the 2-digit country code over here. The first 2 digit of the mobile number must go under the area code, and rest of the phone number should go under the phone section. You can leave blank the extension, and once everything is done you can click save. The profile information will be saved and the system will let the user know that information has been saved successfully. The right hand side, all the other sections are over here, beginning with change password section. So in this section user can anytime change their existing password by putting their existing password over here and typing the new password twice and click save. The information will be saved and the password will be changed. Next is credit card section. To add a credit card is pretty simple. Click on add credit card and any of the nickname can be added in this section. Select the credit card type. Put your credit card number over here. Select the expiration date and the expiration year. The rest of the information are optional, but we recommend the user to update the rest of the information as well. And once it is done, click save. The credit card information will be saved. Right now you can see the system is not allowing me to add further credit card because I have restricted that user can update only one user credit card or corporate card in this site. However, in Get There we can allow maximum to add 8 credit card, but it's depend on the requirement of the client that how many credit card you want to enable to update. The next step the user must have to do, assign the credit card information. So for Air credit card you can see the above credit card which I have added, which is not showing because that's the configuration I have created at the background, that any airfare to be charged directly to the BTA card or centralized billing card. But for the hotel guarantee must have the user credit card information. And once the user assign these credit card settings and click save, the credit card setting will be saved and system will never ask further to the user to select any of the credit card information, and the booking will be finished smoothly. Next I'll go to the email settings section. So under email settings section, if the user wants to add other email addresses to receive booking confirmation, that can be added in this section, and user can add maximum to 3 different email IDs. Next I'll go to the profile history section. So if the profile history is enabled, then only the user can find that who has changed their profile information, their name, their email ID, and what date and time the profile has been changed. Next I'll go under travel preferences. So under travel preferences, first is frequent traveler information. So here you can see I have already added 2 of the Air frequent traveler program, and it's pretty simple to add the frequent traveler information. Click add frequent traveler program. Select the program type, air, hotel and car. After selecting, select the vendor type for which hotel or which airline or which car vendor you want to add. After adding it, put the frequent traveler number here and then click save. Once click save, the information will be saved, and the system is smart enough to identify that for which vendor you are making a booking, and it will automatically flow your exact frequent traveler information to your booking. Next is passport and visa section. So under this passport and visa section, defaultly GetThere can accept only one primary passport and 3 primary visas. To add passport and visas, click Add Travel Document. Select the document type from the drop down. Select your country. Put the passport information here. Select the expiration month, expiration date, and expiration year, and click Save. Once you click Save, the system will also notify you that you have updated one primary passport and you can update further 3 more visas only. So if I click on Add Travel Document one more time, so under the document type, you can see there is no option for passport rather than having visa. So I can select any of the country over here, put the visa related information, select the expiration year, month, expiration date, and expiration year, and click Save. My visa information is added. So just now I have added one passport and one visa, so I have furthermore 2 visas can be added. But there may be a requirement by your customer that they need or want to have more number of passport or more number of visas to be updated by the user. So in that situation, you can create custom field editor in the personal information section, and you can capture further number of passport and further number of visas. Next is flight preferences. So user can update their flight preferences over here, that they can update their home airport code in this section. So user never need to update the origin at the search page. Seat preference can be selected over here, and the meal preferences can be selected over here. Next is hotel preferences. So similarly like airline preferences, user can set their hotel preferences over here. So preferred chain, they can select the preferred chain they can select over here. They can select the user can select maximum to 3 different hotel chains, preferred chains over here. But if it is enabled in the site administration, then only the section can be seen by the user, else not. The special request once again can be selected by the user over here, but again if it is enabled on the site administration, then only it can be seen. Similarly goes for the car preferences. User can update their car preferences in this section, like special request for car can be updated maximum to 3. The car type can be selected over here, and the transmission of the car. Once again, if this section is enabled in the site admin configuration, then only can seen by the. Next is site preferences. So under site preferences, user can set their secondary default currency. So right now the default currency is Australian dollar. If I want to change it, I can change it to any other currency, and then all the fares and rate will going to show me with dual currency information. Like the total amount will going to show me in Australian dollar and any other currency which I have been selected. Time format I can update as per my requirement. The preferred language can be set by the user as per their requirement. And now the itinerary confirmation information. So once the user will complete the booking, GetThere will automatically send an email confirmation to the user that hey, you have used GetThere online booking tool you have used the GetThere online booking tool for your itinerary preparation. So rather than having or receiving confirmation email only, we have another option available, which is receive the email confirmation along with the .ics calendar attachment. In this section, user will receive email along with the calendar attachment, and once the calendar attachment be opened and saved, it will update the Outlook calendar with the travel date information. The last but not the least information is highly utilized by our customers, that once the booking will be completed, system will automatically send an email confirmation along with the calendar appointment. Once the user will select or accept the calendar appointment, it will automatically update the Outlook calendar by mentioning that these days you are traveling. If it is an air travel, the section will be marked as busy, but if it is a hotel and car transaction, that will definitely not marked as busy. So once the information be updated, click save. The information will be saved. Now I'll go to the next section, that is arranger setting. So first of all, I'll begin with my arranger section. So my arranger is the section for travelers only. So being a traveler, first of all, the traveler must have to go to this particular section and do some prerequisites over here. So as a prerequisite, the traveler must have to do two of the action. First of all, can other designate themselves as my travel arranger. So first of all, travel arranger has to select whether they want to make them visible to the travel arranger or not. If they select no, I will add my own travel arranger, then none of the travel arranger can find this traveler, and traveler only can assign their travel arranger. But if the traveler select yes, then only the travel arranger can find this traveler and assign this traveler as their traveler. And next is who can change my account setting. This is a pretty sensitive information, because if the traveler select me and my travel arranger, in this situation the travel arranger can make a booking and as well as make changes to the traveler's profile. But if the travelers want, they can select only me. In this situation, travel arranger can only make a booking but will not have the access of their profile. So once the setting is done, click save. The settings will be saved, and now being a traveler, I can add a travel arranger. It's pretty simple. Click on add travel arranger, put the traveler's name or travel arranger name, and click search. Once I click search, the travel arranger detail will appear over here, but I can identify by the name, email, phone number, and once I click add arranger, the arranger will be added to me. So further down the line, this particular arranger can make a booking on behalf of me. Now let me go to the next topic, that is my traveler section. Here we go, we are in the my traveler section. So this my traveler section is applicable to travel arranger only. So in this section, as a prerequisite, only one action is required. This is not mandatory, that who will receive the email confirmation, the generic email confirmation, and the option can be selected by the travel arranger from this drop down, and once done, click save. So if being a travel arranger want to add a traveler, they can click on add a traveler. Same process as like adding a travel arranger. Put the traveler name. Put the traveler name here. Click search. Similar way, the traveler information will be showing, and once I click add, the traveler will be added. So now you saw that how the travel arranger settings can be configured, being a traveler and being a travel arranger. So if you want to know more about that, what are the other options to update travel arranger information, you can anytime go to Knowledge GTU and you can refer to any of the document available. So now let me go to the home page and take you through with other topics. So the next topic I'll talk you through over here, which is the book travel default selection. So under book travel, the first action is over here, select a purpose of trip. This section we called as demand management, and demand management again is highly customizable option, and this is an add-on option. This is not a default feature in GetThere. So within demand management, the demand management has two levels of action. In the first level, it is only a drop down, and we can add maximum 20 different options in this section. And once the first option be selected, the second level of action will be appear automatically in front of user. Within the second level of action, we can add 5 more different actions in this page, like as a drop down, as a multi-select, as radio button, as checkboxes, or any restricted message if you want to build with. Or if you want, you can create any restricted action as well, that until and unless the user will update that section or the specific area, the system will not allow them to continue. So here I have to put my client name here, and once I put that, once I hit continue, then only the search page will appear in front of me. So as far as the services are concerned, Get There has flight, hotel and car, all the options, and the check mark, as you can see right now, it is flight and hotel, it's pre-checked, it can be changed to anyway. So let me check the car as well, because I want to show you throughout booking along with flight, hotel and car. As far as the trips are concerned, we have round trip, one way and multi-destination. So but in multi-destination we have a little bit of restriction, that if the multi-destination is a point-to-point multi-destination, like starting from Sydney, then going to Singapore, staying there for 3 days, then going to Melbourne, staying there for 2 days, and then coming back to Sydney, then absolutely fine, you can go ahead. But if it is a really complex multi-destination, we recommend to contact your TMC to make an offline booking. But for round trip and one way, it is absolutely fine. So under round trip and one way, we have two searching criteria. One is search by time, and another one is search by price. So if the user selects the search by time, then this will give the flight option for entire day, where the user can select their choice of outbound flight and their choice of inbound flight, and then the system will price it and show them their selected itinerary along with the price, followed by other lower fare options. However, if the user select the search by price option, this is a one-stop shopping area, where the user will find the lowest available company preferred carrier on the top, depends on the configuration created, and user can select the round trip itinerary at once. Now I'm changing it to search by time to show you. Later on I'll change it and show you how the search by price look like. So my origin is automatically showing over here because I have already updated home airport code in my profile. So let me put only my destination over here. So if I know the 3-letter airport code or city code, I can put it there. Else I can just put couple of words of my destination, and from the drop down I can find out all the airports nearby to my destination. Once I click select, then I select my departure date here, my return date, and if I want to look any specific time of flight, like while going 10 AM and returning like 6 PM, I can select it over here. At the background, the time window can be set up by the site administrator, like 2 hours time window, 3 hours time window. In that way the searching behaviors will work. But if the user under search by time will not select anything, then the system will show entire day of flight information to the user. Next is advanced search option. So under advanced search option, first of all, the class of services. Get There is capable of showing most of the class of services over here, that is economy, premium, economy, business class and first class. Similarly goes for the fare type preferences, lowest available fare, no advance purchase, no penalty and unrestricted fare. Again, in this particular section, if your customer asks not to show all of the information and show some of them, then that can be configured as well. So under class of services, it is possible to show only economy and business class, and rest of the class of type can be suppressed. Bottom of the page, you can see I have utilized this announcement section as the navigational support information, so it can be utilized in other way as well. Before I click the search button, I want to highlight this particular section. This is a messaging section. We call it as carousel message. So carousel message can occupy maximum to 5 different messages, and messages can be highlighted to the user like this way. And if you want to add any further information about the message, a hyperlink message can be enabled in this section. And once the user click on the view full message, the full message can appear to the user. So now I'm clicking search. So once I click search, system will identify all the information, and right now you can see there is a pop-up. This pop-up we called as smart messaging. So smart messaging is a rule-based messaging working Smart messaging is a rule-based messaging can be configured in site administration in collaboration of policy administration application. So smart messaging can be created in two different ways, one as informative message and one as restricted message. So right now this is an informative message. The system is telling me that if you are traveling to and from Melbourne, then there is a park and pay park and fly option is available. If I wish, I can go and make a booking for that. But just to show you the different type of message over here, the another type of message, I'm changing the class of service to business class, and now I'm clicking search, and now you will going to see instead of having a continue button, the system is giving me start over and giving me this restricted message that business class is not permitted flying within Australia. So there is a specific rule I have created in the policy administration which is making the smart messaging smart enough to let the user know that there is something, a prohibit action done. So let me cancel it or start over and change it to economy class once again, and now click search. The similar informative message will appear in front of me. I can click on continue, and now the system will take me to the flight availability page. So while the system is taking to the flight availability page, there is a please wait messages there, and this section can be customized as well. So here right now we are in the search by time flight availability page on the outbound flight page. At the top, this is the static message information section under the announcement, so any of the message can be updated over here. This is the select departure flight section, and here we can anytime change the search criteria by clicking on edit search, and even also I can toggle between search by price and search by time, and if I wish to make change to any of my search criteria, I can change it and click search to refine my search. Left hand side, all the filter bars are available, so I can utilize any of the sort option from this drop down. If I wish to travel or looking for any specific time of flight, I can slide this bar, like looking for 10 AM flight, I can slide this bar to 10 AM flight, and if the 10 AM flight is available, then definitely it will going to show me. Else it will show me any of the flight which is nearby to the 10 AM flight. Let me take it back. Similarly, you can do with the arrival section. If you're looking for any flight with a specific arrival time, you can set that up. Next, you can see over here one pricing bar is showing over here, okay, and all the airlines are showing the one-way fares over here. This can be enabled and disabled. So if the site is enabled with comparison shopping or Sabre branded fares, then only the user can see the flexible one-way fare, else the user will not going to see the flexible one-way fare. In that situation, user must have to select their inbound, outbound and inbound flight, and on the third page the user can find their selection of itinerary and the fare followed by other lower fare option. So let me show you quickly how the other site look like. So here we go. You can see that I have already taken in flight availability in my another site, and in this section right now I am in the search by time only, and here you can see none of the one-way flexible fare or the pricing bar are showing because the configuration has not been done, and until and unless users select their outbound and inbound flight, and the system will price it, and then only it will show. So let me go back to my previous site. So here we go, I am back to my site. The company preferred airline information can be configured in site administration, and the label can be shown to the user to identify which are the company preferred carrier. If I scroll down a little bit, so we have the stop sections as well. So right now only non-stop flights are showing. But if the one-stop or multi-stop flights are there, you can uncheck in any of the information, and you can go for any specific type of stop or flight. So now you can see the flight information are showing over here, that how many carriers are operating on that date from my origin to the destination. And if I wish to go ahead and book any specific airline, I can clear it and book for any of the specific airline. So identify and booking a specific flight, it's pretty easy. So I can click on any of the flight, okay, over here in the card. And right now you can see Qantas is giving me multiple fare option that is coming from the configuration of Sabre branded fare. So if the Sabre branded fare is enabled, then only you can see the multiple fare option given by the airline. So my lowest available rate is showing under Red E deal, and if I want to know more about the Red E deal fare type, I can click on the name and it will show me the information about the Red E deal. What are the benefits it's included in this fare. Through the policy administration rule, I have created one rule which making the business class as an out of policy, that if any travel is happening between within Australia only, then business class is not available and it is showing it out of policy. And if I click on this arrow, it will tell me that why it is out of policy. So let me select the Red E deal and click select. And now the system has taken me to the return flight section. Here I can go ahead and select my choice of airline. But here, for your information, to let you know that if the mixed airfare configuration is enabled, then only the user can select different airline while returning back. So while going one airline, while returning different airline can be selected by the user only if the mixed airfare configuration is enabled. If not, then user can select only the same airline what they have selected for their outbound travel. So in this section or in this side, I have enabled the mixed airfare concept. So I can clear it. I select any other airline over here, click on the card of the airline, again Virgin Australia giving me other fare option. I click any of the fare which I want to, and once I click select, now the system is doing a pricing for my selection of itinerary, and it will let me know whether it is in policy or out of policy, followed by other lower fare option. So here we go. Right now this is my selection of itinerary, you can see here, and this is the total cost of my selection of itinerary for Qantas and Virgin Australia, 406.76 Australian dollars. If I click in this itinerary, it will give me the full-fledged information about the itinerary, and I can read the fare rule in this section and to find out whether this is a refundable or non-refundable itinerary, or if I wish to make any changes, whether it is allowed or not. So in that way, I can always scroll down to line number 16, no matter which airline, no matter wherever the user is traveling. And under the changes, user can easily find out whether the itinerary is valid for changes. If it is valid, how much penalty is required. And scrolling down to the changes section, and here the user can find out whether the ticket is refundable or non-refundable. If it is same airline, then one fare rule reading is enough, but if it is two different airline, then we recommend to read both the fare rules and double check whether ticket is refundable and non-refundable in both the ways. So here you can see under the changes, yes, changes are allowed by giving paying 50 Australian dollars as a penalty. And if I scroll down, here it is telling this itinerary is also non-refundable. So now it's up to the user concerned that whether they can go ahead and select this particular itinerary or other lower fare options are available over here. So other lower fare options are available with all the necessary filter bars. So as per the requirement, user can go ahead with. So if I wish to continue with this itinerary, I can click on this card anytime and click select. My selection of itinerary will be done, and the next page will be the seat map page where I can select my seat. But right now, as I have promised you that I can show you how the I will show you how the shop by price looks like. So I'll change my search option over here, click edit search, change to search by price. I'm changing my destination to Singapore, not making any change to my itinerary travel date, and click search. And now the system will take me to the search by price option. Here we go. Right now we are on the search by price page. So at the top, the same announcement section is over here, but you can identify there is some unique messages showing and letting me know that I'm traveling to Singapore and I need a visa. So this message is happening through dynamic messaging powered by Velocity Programming. And through dynamic messaging, you can pop up or you can show a specific message to the user on the basis of origin, destination, flight type, and many more information. If you want to learn more about Velocity or dynamic messaging, then you can anytime go to Knowledge GTU and you can download the student guide from there. So now I'm scrolling down, so you can see select a flight section is there, edit search option is still over here to make any changes. So the search by price always start with the airline matrix. So airline matrix can be configured, the view of the airline matrix can be configured at the background in the site administration, that which fare you want to show at the top. Like this site I have configured to show the company preferred lowest available rate at the top. So that is what it is showing, that Qantas company preferred carry 881 Aussie dollars are showing. And other flights options are over here, non-stop flights, one-stop flights, and two-stop flights. Scrolling down over here, you can see I have configured the airline matrix as per my choice, but I haven't configured anything under the flight display, and the default configuration is over here to show the lowest available rate at the top. But if I want, I can configure it to show the lowest available company preferred fare at the top, as the similar I have done over here. So now I can go ahead and easily select any of the itinerary which I want to. I can click on any of the flight option and I can click select, and the section and my flight selection will be done. So search by price is a one-click shop option where the user can easily to identify whichever the flight they wish to select, click on the flight option, and once they will click select, their flight will be assigned to them. But here I want to show you a couple of more information. At the left hand side we have all the filter bars similarly to the search by time. But just to show you over here how the out of policy works. Now you can take a look under the pricing sort option. The lowest available rate for the day is 687.44 Australian dollar and maximum is 6,443.84 Australian dollar. So here I have set a threshold that if anything goes beyond of the threshold of $300, that will be considered as an out of policy. So if I add $300 into it, it will become 987 near about of dollar. And if I slide this bar to it, to the section, and now you can see anything goes beyond of $975, so that will show as an out of policy. And if I want to know that why it is out of policy, I can click on any of the rate over here and then click on this arrow, and here I can easily identify that why it is showing out of policy. So it is pretty easy for the user to use the slide bar and set it on the amount which is within the threshold. So I'll slide this bar the left hand side and slide the right hand side bar to below of 975, and now you can see all the fares are showing as an in policy. Then it will be really much easy for the user to go ahead and select the available fare within the company compliance rules. But here purposely I want to show how the out of policy works, so I'm changing my slide option over here, filter option over here, and changing it to show out of policy rates only. So here we go. As I have set the price bar to out of policy rates, so here is one of my out of policy rates, so I can just click on it, and now I can see once again that why it is out of policy. Now I can click select. Now instead the system will take me to the seat map page, the system will take me to the out of policy reason code page. Here I supposed to select one of the reason why I have selected the itinerary as an out of policy, and whichever the reason code is suitable to my requirement, I can click select and click continue, and now the system will take me to the seat map page. So in the seat map page, all the different kind of a seat map can be identified under the legend section, and you can identify the seat types by looking at the figures showing under the legend. To select a seat is pretty easy, so select any of the available seats showing in the green square. You can check that and the seat will be assigned to you. Once you click select, your outbound seat selection will be done, and now the system will ask you to select your inbound flight seat. So here you can click select to select your inbound seat, and once you click select, now your seat selection is done. Now the system will take me to the hotel availability page. So here we go, we are in the hotel availability page. So in this section you can see trip so far information, your flight details and information. So system is smart enough and let you know if any duplicate trip or some things are there, so it will notify you are creating any booking over existing trip. If I scroll down, you can see over here all the hotels are showing, but all the hotels are showing from the radius of Singapore airport. But if I wish to change it to the company location, I can click on company location and I can select any of the address which are showing there, and once I click continue and search again, it will refine my search and show me all the nearby hotel from the company location. So this pop-up message which is coming in front of you, this is configured through dynamic messaging powered by Velocity. This pop-up message appearing in front of you, this is configured by dynamic messaging powered by Velocity. So now you know that through dynamic messaging a pop-up message can be created as well. So scrolling down, you can see all the hotels are showing nearby to the company location. This one is 6.9 km away, this one is 5 km, and this one is 5 km once again. So in this way I can utilize left hand side the filter bar, the distance meter here, and I can select any of the closest distance and to find out more nearer hotel from the company location. I can change this view to map view anytime, and in this way I can enlarge the map size, and I can just take a look to the pinpoint location and how many hotels are there. I can find out with these legends. So left hand side all the legends are there. So the pinpoint will tell you the search point center, the red circle will tell you all the hotels, the red circle with the tick mark will let you know all the preferred hotel, and red circle with a cross will let you know what are the out of policy hotel. But the best way to select the hotel is through the list view, because in this list view you can find all the hotel description and information if anything is added in the hotel that can be seen easily. Next I can search for any specific hotel and I can compare along with. Okay, so I can just put any specific hotel name over here and I can compare with any other hotel and keep on adding multiple hotels over here. And now I can compare that which hotel is giving me more discounted rate within the company preferred parameter or anywhere else. So I can compare and find out the best hotel for me. So I can now close these information. So if I want to filter down furthermore, I can utilize the huge list of amenities over here. So if I'm looking for any specific hotel with specific amenities like including breakfast, I can check this box and all the 74 breakfast included hotel will gonna show me. So let me scroll up. So here you can see that through Get There Site Administration, we can easily identify and configure the company preferred hotel with this label. Okay, as you can see, these labels are identifying the company preferred hotel, and also we can add specific notes to specific hotel as well. So to book a hotel, it's pretty easy. So click on view rates. Once you click on view rate, it will open up the rate section, and under the rate section as well, the user can identify, and under the rate section user can see hotel description, the hotel direction as well, and also the rates provided by the hotel. So if the company has a negotiated rate and it has configured in site administration, so we can add a specific label to it to identify by the user easily. And once the user click on select, it will open up the cancellation rules and regulation for the hotel property that can be read in this section carefully, and rest of the other informations can be seen over here, including the fluctuating rate of the hotel rooms per night. Like here it is telling from specific date, it is like for a specific date it is 450 Singapore dollars, and other days 545, and so on. So if the user has already updated their special request in their profile, it will automatically show them as check mark, else the user can select by themselves. Once I click select room, the room will be selected, and now the system will take directly to a user. And now the system will directly take the user to the car search page if the user has selected the car option in the home page. So over here the car is the self-driven car, not the chauffeur-driven car, so be careful about it. So pickup location is automatically picked up as Singapore Airport, but it can be changed to hotel location, which will automatically pick up the assigned hotel or any specific address you want to pick up from. If you want to make change to your drop-off location, you must have to check this box, and then only the drop-off location address will appear, and that can be changed similarly or differently to the pickup location. If this checkbox is not checked, the system will automatically identify the drop-off location as the pickup location, which is the airport code. The pickup dates are absolutely fine, but we recommend the user to change the pickup timing, because the timing which is picked up over here, which is as per the flight land time, but after once the flight landed, user will take a little bit of time to disembark from the aircraft and go to get their luggage, go for immigrations and all, so it will take time. So that's why try to use any specific time that can meet your expectation. So here the user can select car type. Here user can make change to the car features as transmission. At the bottom of the page you can see there is one button is showing as express booking. So if this express booking is enabled, and if the user click on that, the system will automatically book a car for user as per the configuration created in the site administration. But if the user wish to select car by themselves, they can click on search, and the system will open up the car search page in front of the user, where user can identify and select their own choice of car. So here you can see all the cars are updated over here. The lists are updated over here. So if I wish to select a car, I can click on select, but before that I want to read out the car details. So here I can read out all the car related information: 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, automatic transmission, everything over here. Once I'm done with it, I can click on select, and the car will assign to me, and the system will take me to the last action page, which is trip review and checkout page. So under the trip review and checkout page at the top, the system will automatically let you know what is the last ticketing date. Okay, but the last decision is completely depend on the consent of the travel agency. Here the system will let you know whether your ticket is refundable or non-refundable directly with a text, but this particular section can be enabled only for Sabre GDS. For other GDS, this section is not available currently. So if I scroll down under the trip details page, first of all we have the add to this trip section. This is not a default option. This is an add-on option. If required, you can request for that. And if I click on add to this trip, I can add to this trip. If I forgot to add anything, I can add to this trip any of the services. I can save this entire itinerary as a template. If I think that this is my frequently traveled itinerary, I can give a name to this template and click save template, and it will be saved for me. So now you can see this is the flight information, my outbound and inbound flight information. If I wish, I can change the flight anytime or remove the flight anytime. This is the total cost for the air. Scrolling down, this is my hotel information altogether, and the hotel is showing the total rate of my entire night stays along with the total taxes. So if you think that after adding the taxes it's getting expensive, you can anytime change the hotel by your side. The cancellation rules and guarantee rules are showing at a glance over here. That can be read by the user at that section. This is my car related information, and this is the total car cost. And if I scroll down, rest of the information are showing collapse, the traveler details, billing information, delivery, and select a purpose of trip, because all that action we have already done or has been picked up directly from the profile. So now you can see the company information. This section is similar to the profile section as custom field edit section or customize field. So not only in the profile page but also in the checkout page this functionality is available, and through this functionality we can capture as many as other information we want from the traveler, and this particular section can be customized as conditional messaging as well or conditional action behavior as well. Like in this section you can see I have added project related details. So if someone select is that a project related travel, if I select no, nothing is happening, but if I click yes, automatically the next action will going to appear where I must have to update the project code information. So I'll just make it no. Next is visa acknowledgement. So this is also a customized information. So here I have created a drop down where the user have to select whether they have visas or not, or any of the information is suitable to them. And last but not the least, I have created this checkbox that whether you have read the fare rule or not. So if the user has missed to read the fare rule in the previous pages, they can read the fare rule in this section, trip details as well. Here the fare rule, and it is must to read the fare rule because the user must have to know that whether it is refundable or non-refundable ticket or changes are allowed or not. So I have made this box that once the user will check this box, which means they have read the fare rule. So now everything is completed. This is all of my total fare including air, hotel and car, and this is my total cost showing in two different currencies, Australian dollar and Singapore dollar. And once I am done with that, click purchase button, and once I click under the purchase button, there is a pop-up message is showing, and this pop-up message can be customized in any way. And once I click on OK button, now the system is processing my request, and once it is completed, the system will take me to the reservation complete page. So here we go, we are on the reservation complete page. So if I scroll down, this is the PNR record locator, and this record locator can be shared by the user to the travel agency, and if they look for any help they can ask for it. This is the airline confirmation number for online check-in purposes. This is hotel confirmation, this is car confirmation. If the user want to take a print of this page, they can take a print from over here. If it is enabled, then only the user can see it. If the user forgot to save the itinerary as a template, they have another chance to do it over here. Scrolling down, this is the flight information and total cost for the air. This is the full information about hotel, followed by total cost of the hotel. Now scrolling down to the car section, and this is the total cost for car, the traveler information, and finally the total trip cost information for the entire itinerary. Scrolling down, this is the Tripcase related information. Tripcase is the product of Sabre, and Tripcase is the itinerary management application. Can be downloaded from Apple Store or iOS Store or Android Store. If you download this application, once you complete the booking, it can be automatically pushed to Tripcase application, and you can manage all of your travel related action in your fingertips. Scrolling down, the travel agency related information showing over here. And last but not the least, duplicate trip section. This is applicable only to the travel arranger and can seen only in the reservation complete page. So if the travel arranger finds that more than one travelers are traveling to the same destination or in the same date, once the booking completed for the first traveler, the travel arranger can select the next traveler from the drop down and click duplicate trip, and the system will take the travel arranger directly to the purchase trip, where the travel arranger can click on purchase trip and the booking will be completed. So with 2 clicks, the new booking can be created for another traveler. So now let me scroll up and go back to the home page and show you a couple of more information. So here we go, we are back to the home page. So right now under manage trip section, you can see one trip is showing. So once I click on that, so this will open up this page, and in this page at a glance I can see maximum to 5 upcoming trip, showing the most upcoming trip at the top. So the status of this itinerary is showing active, and if I want to see all the trip, I can click on view all trip, and here I can find out all my cancelled trip, all my upcoming trip, all my past trip. So now let me talk about the status. It is showing active. If I click on it, it will take me to the itinerary back, and if the online changes cancellation is enabled, then only the user can see this section and can cancel this entire trip or add to this trip any of the services, or change or remove any of the flight segment, change or remove or make change to their seat selection, change or remove to the hotel, and change and remove car option as well. So if this functionality is enabled, then only the user can do online changes cancellation. So now I'll go back to the home page and take you through with the trip template section. So under trip template section, click on trip template, click on view all template, the template which I have already saved, which are showing over here. Whichever the template I want to go ahead with, I can click on that. The air and the hotel and the car all are there already. I can simply have to change the departure date and click price itinerary. So if everything goes well, it will directly take me to the pricing section, where it will show me my selection of itinerary and its fare followed by other lower fare option. And once I select that, it will directly take me to the seat map page and followed by other step of actions. And in that way, it will be very quick and easy to complete the itinerary. So let me go back to the home page once again. Now last but not the least, under the more tools section, we can have other information as well. So agency tools cannot be seen by the traveler or travel arranger, only can be seen by site administrators only. The useful links can be seen by all the travelers and travel arrangers, and these need to be configured under the site administration, and these requires to configure under the site administration. So having said that, this is all about the tutorial for Get There Online Booking Tool. Thanks for watching.